And we are live here at Hare Chevrolet Field. This is a Saturday version of high school football here on Hometown Television and Hamilton County TV. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams, and it's going to be a great night for football after, like public address announcer Bob Tremaine said, all the lightning delays, and there was rain elsewhere. I saw a photo from Wish TV where there was water up to this car's wheel wells, and it flooded downtown at Ivy Tech at Fall Creek and Meridian. Victory Field was underwater, and the Indians were they were taking inner tubes through the clubhouse. So obviously those of us up here in Hamilton County, we did not receive that rain, thank goodness, because that would have an effect on the turf. That would have had an effect on a lot of other things that went on today. But nonetheless, we were one of about a handful of other games that are going on in the state that got postponed from last night. A couple local games got postponed. Fishers held on today to nip Pike 41-36, and Hamilton Southeastern with a 31-7 win over North Central. Our football sponsors, we couldn't do this without them. They are Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Church Hill Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Mark Hairbrandt, Hamilton County Commissioner, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies. And Perry, it's been a complete total 360 from the weather that we had last night, and we've got a beautiful night for football here and this rivalry.
Absolutely, and it's been a while since we've played Carmel, so we're starting up hopefully a rivalry here again, which in the 70s and 80s used to be a great rivalry. So it should be a good game here tonight. Earlier today, the freshmen played here at Hare Chevrolet Field against Carmel, and the Noblesville freshmen came out and victorious 15-6. And I think today you spent most of your day at the men's soccer field, and I think they did pretty well today too.
Yeah, Noblesville had a pretty good day in boys soccer. They took a 5-2 decision from Northwestern out of Kokomo, and then their second game they beat Plainfield 6-0, so a good showing there. And talking about this rivalry, these two, Carmel and Noblesville, haven't met in the regular season since 2004, when Carmel took that game 38-7, and the previous four meetings, 2007, 08, 2014, and last year, were all in the playoffs. And Carmel's won 15 of the past 17 in this series, and Noblesville hasn't won a game in this series since 2000 during the 5A state tournament, and that propelled Noblesville on to playing in the semi-state, where they lost to Penn right here at Hare Chevrolet Field, and Noblesville won that sectional matchup 27-12 against the Greyhounds, but have fallen victim 10 straight times to Carmel in the series.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it that Carmel has a very, very strong football tradition over there, and new coach Jason Simmons this year, his first year at the helm for the Millers. So he's trying to get everything started. He's been an assistant here for 3 years now? Yeah.
I would say at least 3 or 4 years. Knows the system and kind of switched up the system, bringing his own offensive mentality into this.
And of course, on the offensive side, his assistant Caleb Small will handle the offensive coordinator's position, and on defense, Coach Metzler will handle the defense. So we'll just see what happens here tonight. It ought to be a good one. Of course, I think by us, all the hoopla on last night and everybody, the tailgating, all that stuff, and then it was sort of like the 4th of July though before the game. The lightning show was quite spectacular, but we chose to cancel that game and play here tonight. So crowd down a little bit, but still the people that are here are very enthusiastic about this big game that we're going to play tonight here.
Yeah, and local scores and some Hoosier Crossroads Conference action, as well as MIC action. A nice thumping that Lawrence Central was able to put on Chittard. That was at Lawrence Central, 35-0, kind of taking Chittard by surprise. And also Lafayette Central Catholic, 34-13 winners over Guerin Catholic, and hopefully that Coach Tom Dilley can regroup the troops, because with their schedule it gets no easier. That's the point. Big point Brad and I brought up on the coaches show this past Monday is somebody like Guerin Catholic, they like to Coach Dilley will stack the schedule for a reason. It's going to get them ready for that 3A state tournament, and they'll get back to it starting on Monday, and we'll talk to him tomorrow or Monday night on the coaches show about that game last night in Lafayette. Westfield 27-0 winners over the Southport Cardinals. Brownsburg hung on for a 13-8 win at home against Lawrence North. Like I said, Fishers held on for a 5-point win in a shootout, 41-36 at home versus Pike today. They had that game at 1 o'clock at Fishers. Hamilton Southeastern also a 31-7 winner over North Central. And from what Jim tells us, they pretty much just, with weather and the lightning and whatnot, the same thing we experienced over at boys soccer at Noblesville today. The delays that went on, they just called the game at 31-7 because it was out of reach with 3.5 minutes left. And here's one that you told me about, and I was kind of surprised at the score. 55-54, Zionsville was a winner at home over Lebanon. And they started at 6 o'clock. We'll try and keep tabs on it, but Clinton Central is at Sheridan at Bud Wright Stadium. So hopefully the Sheridan Blackhawks and Coach Bud Wright will get on the winning track after they lost a tough one in week 1, 15-12 at the hands of Western Boone. So we see Noblesville on the field there out in front of us, and Carmel has re-entered the stadium from the south end zone. And we will kind of take a look at starters. Different quarterback this year for Carmel. They'll have 6-foot junior Jake McDonald, number 13. The halfback, number 33, Jerome Halsell. He will split some time, if you will, and we'll see Kamari Hunt as well as Will Schmidt. Hunt, number 16, Schmidt, 21. Receivers, they'll go like this: number 3, Jalen Walker, and number 8, Ethan Merriweather, along with Bennett Kiley, number 25. Kurt Rofdahl, 6'7", 241-pound senior tight end. He's got to be a big target across the middle for McDonald. We'll see tonight if they're going to utilize him to the best of that ability. Center will be number 50, Trevor Scott. Guards, Justin Williams and Grant Barker. The tackles, Jacob Ford and Mark Stickford. On offense for Noblesville, quarterback will be Ryan Barnes, 6'2", 200-pound junior. Tailback will be Chandler Hurst. Fullback, number 28, Andrew Scheib. Receivers, Jackson Thurman, 44, and I believe in the pro, actually he will be 80, I'm sorry. Ben Groover, 5'10", senior. Tight end, Nolan Ginther. Tackles will be Seth Pope, number 51, and 67, Ben Collins. Guards will be Derek Gordon and Josh Garcia, and the center, snapping the ball to Ryan Barnes, will be Drew Hartman, a 6-foot senior. And the one thing that kind of caught my eye when, even before today, I saw the two deep, or the depth chart going each way.
Yes.
As we see 96 Josh Garcia, 5'11", 264-pound senior nose guard, and he's going to be playing some offensive line. You don't see that at this level in Class 6A, so it'll be a tough challenge. We broadcast Martinsville at Guerin Catholic in week 1, so I didn't get a chance to see Garcia play at Lawrence North. You got a chance to see what kind of horse he is on both sides.
Yeah, Garcia, we knew all along, even when he was a sophomore, he was going to be a horse, and he's worked very, very hard in the weight room, and right now he's ready for the challenge. We'll see what it does to him, the toll over the season, but I think he's ready for this, and I think the Millers are pretty amped up here. The one thing about it is Craig, talking about we got 2 junior quarterbacks here tonight, okay? In McDonald, who last week threw for 128 yards, and Ryan Barnes just basically did it all for the Millers last week. He passed for he rushed for 106 yards and passed for 170. So that's a big game for him, in his first time out as quarterback for the Millers, and he's actually a move-in.
Yeah, I believe he's from the state of Ohio.
No, Kansas City.
I'm sorry, Kansas City. There's another kid in the area. I can't think of who it is right now who moved in from Ohio in the area. But Kansas City, obviously another big, football area in the country.
Here we go.
All right, we have kicked off. Carmel kicks off. Not a real long kickoff. That ball goes out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, where Noblesville will get kind of a free pass as they'll take over.
Well, we'll see what this Miller offense.
I'll tell you what, I don't think the players are minding the sun. Carmel with the sun facing them right now, and Noblesville with the sun at their back coming out from the west, because obviously completely different weather than we had last night. Noblesville will start after that kick out of bounds. That'll get them starting at their own 35-yard line, where Ryan Barnes will be under center. Chandler Hurst in the backfield. Twins Lanier. Barnes will keep it, and Carmel's defense not fooled. They'll give him about a yard on the carry for Barnes.
Look like 90 and 93 on the tackles for Carmel there. 90 is Logan Burgess. 93 is Kalen Cole.
Second down and 9. A 1-yard pickup by Barnes. In motion goes Drew Scheib. Almost a jump on the defensive line. Handoff is to Hurst, and he is corralled right there at the line. Looks like they'll give him no gain on the play for Chandler Hurst, his first carry of the night. Kylan Cole in there again. Bring up a third down.
Kind of interesting here, McGuire Plummer's coming in the game.
Plummer. That's the swing pass, and they will throw long up the sideline. Jackson Thurman. Touchdown! Jackson Thurman! Oh my gosh. A minute 10 into this ball game, and a huge. Oh no, there's a flag back the other way.
Oh crap.
And you know what that usually means. It's going to be a hold
or a clip.
Beautiful.
Block in the back. I knew that when Plummer was coming in the game that we were going to see that we were going to see something flea flicker.
Don't be surprised if
he doesn't run the ball or we pass to him. Plummer's
so they're going to call, looks like a holding.
Wow.
And it's so unfortunate because that was obviously a drawn-up play, and Thurman broke free from the cornerback on that side. That is 28, I believe. Nope, check that. 38, Austin Newland. I've never seen a receiver just get completely past his defender like that, and he was off to the house.
Well, I don't think when he threw that pass out there in the flats, I don't think the Carmel coaches put 2 and 2 together. That was McGuire Plummer.
They didn't, because they're expecting something with Ryan Barnes being the quarterback, and now we've got trips to the near side here. Fakes the handoff. Barnes up the sideline again and up. Intended for that was Ginther, Nolan Ginther, the tight end. Incomplete there. But that would have been a 64-yard touchdown pass. Jackson Thurman, you got to see a person for a 70-yarder last week.
Yeah.
And now it looks like Evans will be on to punt. Chase Evans, the 5'8" junior.
Evans punted the ball pretty well last week. He gives us some good hang time and for us to get down there and cover. Let's see if they bring
And the punt is kind of a decent punt, and Jalen Walker fields it at the 36, and he is taken right down. Wow, Jay Sean Dickman in there for Noblesville. And Carmel will take over at their own 39-yard line.
Nice tackle by Dickman. They get good field position, though, on Craig, so.
Yeah, taking over at your own 39-yard line. Technically, that was a 3-and-out drive, if you will. Oddest 3-and-out drive I've seen in a while. And now we'll have Jake McDonald in the pistol, fullback in motion. And that is number 31. Pass out into the flat, intended for number 31, the fullback, Zach Bradley. 6-foot junior fullback. Looks like he also punts for the Greyhounds. First pass from McDonald is incomplete.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Can feel the humidity as I've got the window about a foot open. You can smell burgers.
Yeah. Later we'll get to smell popcorn.
McDonald hands the ball off. This time it is the fullback. Check that. That's Halsell. He gets the start tonight. Like I said, we'll also see 16 Kamari Hunt and 21 Will Schmidt.
Dalton Davis on the tackle for the Millers there.
3-yard gain by Halsell. It's going to be third and 7, a long 8. Looks like 7 from the spot across the way.
Big play right here for both teams.
Just 2 minutes and 8 seconds in to this ball game. In the pistol, McDonald looking. He's flushed out, goes right, and he'll run it himself. Up 45, near the 50, and he is taken down. That looks like, let's see if I can pick out a number. Those gold numerals for Noblesville. Looks like Zach Tuanay.
Yeah, it is Tuanay.
Tuanay, a stout sophomore.
He's going to be a good one, Craig.
6 foot, 185 pounds, and he plays baseball also.
Yeah, I hear he's a very good baseball player.
So it's going to be the first rushing first down for Noblesville as he gets up to midfield. 8 yards on the pickup.
You mean first rushing for Carmel?
So they're into a fake the handoff and the end around, and Halsell can't go anywhere. That's Grant Bullard, number 50, in there for the tackle. Looks like Ben Groover, number 80. He's another player for Noblesville. There are 2 players playing 2 ways. We'll see how this comes into effect for Garcia and Groover, because you normally don't see this unless it's 3A, 2A, or 1A football.
Yeah. Loss of 5 on that. Bullard sniffed that out big time.
I believe that was Halsell on the carry. McDonald the pistol. Looks like Halsell back there. And now they're going to switch the play. They still got 8 seconds on the play clock. Now they have a sense of urgency as Halsell switches left side. Hand off to Halsell, and he is wrapped up there. Looks like Zach Tuanay, Dalton Davis in there for Noblesville. Bring up another big 3rd down. Looks like he got maybe a 1-yard pickup.
So far, Tuanay has been very, very active out there on the defense.
In the pistol again, McDonald back looking, and over the middle passes the ball, and incomplete off the hands of Rofdahl, and we may get a pass interference here. And there are 2 flags around the 40-yard line. 3 officials conferring near midfield. We'll see what they call. Pass interference on the defense.
Tough break there for the Millers.
Yeah, because it looked like a couple of both safeties for Noblesville. Looked like Harris Camp and McGuire Plummer. Check that, number 23, Brett Bell. They both had a good break on the ball. So it'll be first down by penalty.
This is Bell's first game. He missed the Lawrence North game.
Looks like he's down here playing some right corner. McDonald hands it off. Looks like Will Schmidt, his first carry. He gets down from the
looks like Bullard on the tackle again.
38 to the 36. His first action in the backfield. Looks like we're going to see a steady mix of these three tailbacks, Halsell, Schmidt, and Hunt.
Yeah, and that's basically what they did last week. They were pretty balanced on their...
Yeah, see McDonald at 33 yards, Hunt 42, Halsell and Schmidt each with 28 yards on the ground for their 140 as a team. Southeastern rushed for 235 against them. McDonald fakes the handoff to Schmidt. Jalen Walker, touchdown Carmel. From 36 yards out.
A beautiful pass from McDonald to Walker. You know, the one thing about it, Craig, both Walker and Merriweather coming in this season are touted as two outstanding receivers for Carmel. So, of course, we know Mr. Merriweather from the basketball floor. So.
Yeah, we've seen his name for the past few years. Didn't see a whole lot of action last year playing basketball because fell a little bit further down on the depth chart there.
You know,
I'm sure he'll find his way back.
It takes a special athlete to be at a high level in two sports like football and basketball. So, you know.
Yeah, it takes a lot out of the person. It takes the right athlete to do it. So Matt Fortier, the sophomore kicker, 5'7", $150, nails that one through. And Carmel at the 7:03 mark of the first quarter takes a 7-0 lead, and this ball game very well could be tied right now if it weren't for a hold on Noblesville's offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, a hold and then the pass interference call here, so.
So Fortier going to kick off. Back deep for Noblesville. Trying to pick out numbers back there. I believe J. Sean Dickman is one of those. And hand-over-hand kick. Camp back there. Harris has the ball. He will raise left to right. Yep. And he will only get to about the 10-yard line, so he only technically gained 3 or 4 yards there, as Noblesville will have a lot of ground to gain as they'll take over at their own 10-yard line. Now check that, they'll be back. Yeah, they're at the 10-yard line.
I was trying to check here, Craig, to see if anybody might have updated a score on Sheridan, but it's normally pretty tough to get scores. There's Dr. Dave Monday. No, he hadn't posted anything.
So back in the pistol with Hurst is Ryan Barnes. Actually, his first time in the pistol. We have a bunch of trips left side, right side, and Barnes will take it himself. About a 4-yard pickup. That'll bring up about a 2nd and 7. They officially give him 3 yards there.
Barnes carried the ball 18 times last week. So
for 106, that's a pretty decent average. 3 wide to the far. Thurman to the near. Pass out in the flat. Can't be.
Flat didn't catch it.
Can't be handled there by Ben Groover. Barnes now 0 for 2 through the air, or 6:15 left on the first quarter clock. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. Beautiful night for football.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we could fit this in on a Saturday night because the weather obviously didn't cooperate with things this afternoon, but they got delayed. But now, beautiful weather. Up the middle, Nolan Ginther reels it in. And I don't care what level of player you are, that's a tough pass to catch. So up to the 29-yard line, that's going to be a 15-yard pickup by Nolan Ginther. And Noblesville's first down comes via the pass. McDonald with hers, flanked, and he'll keep it himself, fake the handoff, and up to about the 32-yard line. Pickup of 3 for Ryan Barnes.
Justin Fleck, number 46, on the tackle. And along with number 34, Ben Larry, for the Greyhounds.
Second down and 6. They'll give Barnes a 4-yard pickup on the carry. Twins to the far, Jackson Thurman to the near, fakes the handoff to Hurst and over the head of. It looks like Nolan Ginther kind of misread what the play was going to be there, and Barnes overthrows him and almost got that ball picked off by number 47 of Carmel, Sean Blackburn. So that brings up third down and 6 at their own 33-yard line. Shifting personnel in and out. Twins to the far, looks like Thurman. Jackson Thurman shifts to the far side, I think with Groover. Drew Scheib, the fullback, going to stay in and block and pass out in the flat to Hurst. Hurst across the 35, up 40. Close to the 45. He gets to about, I think he gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So that's a nice 7-yard pickup. And pitch and catch. He
was ran out of bounds by Justin Fleck, the senior, 5'11", 175 pound for the Greyhounds.
It's throwing me off that they're not putting the ball on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
wondering if there's something going on with the board where they're not able to show that. Or we've got Blake Taylor, Nolan Ginther, and I think Ben Groover, the 3 wide to the near. Pass into the hands of Ben Groover. And Noblesville with another passing first down. That's 3.
Barnes gets time in that pocket. He's pretty accurate thrower. Sean Blackburn was on the stop there.
Barnes will keep it himself up the middle. He goes up to the down to the Carmel 39. They'll spot it. Nice 6-yard pickup. 4 carries, 14 yards for the junior signal caller for Noblesville. 7-0 Carmel. 4.5 left here in the first quarter. Noblesville has a 2nd and 4 as they receive 24. Tyler Gonzalez now in there. It looks like he'll be in the pistol with Ryan Barnes. Barnes gets a snap, fakes the handoff, and he'll keep it himself. Tripped up.
Nothing there.
It looks like a tackle there by number 43, Jack Van Remortel. Quite an athlete for the Carmel Greyhounds, 6'1" junior. And we see him plenty on the baseball field as well.
Absolutely.
So big third down. And it looks like Barnes lost one on the keeper there. 5 carries for 13 yards so far for the junior. Twins to the far side. Fakes the handoff to Tyler Gonzalez. He's flushed out and he's going to be sacked back at the 49-yard line.
On the tackle there was Justin Fleck and number 94, Craig. What's 94?
94, that's going to be Ian Butt. 5'7" sophomore for Carmel. Now it'll be Evans on to punt, his second punt of the night, and the lefty Tries to get that out of reach, and that's going to float down.
Good one.
You call that, Perry? Coffin corner.
That's right.
And a beautiful putt by Evans. That'll be down at about the 6-yard line where Carmel will be forced to take over there.
39-yard putt.
Evans with a 39-yard punt there. We got 2:52 left here to go in the first quarter. Greyhounds are up 7-0, and they will have the football. But they're 94 yards away from the goal line.
And you kind of wonder if Coach John Hebert and company are going to try and do the same thing that Coach Simmons tried to do in the open field like that and expose a receiver like that. We'll see what happens. McDonald the pistol. Fakes it to Halsell. Nope, hands it off to him, and he's up across the 10 up to almost the 14-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it at the 15. 9-yard pickup.
Dickman on the tackle for the Millers.
2nd and 2, 8-yard gain on the play. 4 carries for 12 yards. Check that, 4 carries for 7 yards, as he had 1 5-yard loss a little bit ago on the previous drive. 2nd and 2. Handoff. Halsell.
Nice hole there.
Up the other side and plants his hand, and he's across the 35 up near the 40.
A big gain there, but that was a big hole there, Craig. Terrell on the tackle, number 8. But a big gaping hole there on that left side of the Carmel line.
Halsell again, and looks like Noblesville's defense woke up on that play. Grant Bullard, number 50. Ben Groover, number 80, as Bob Tremaine says on the PA.
Bullard was in there also.
Looks like a loss of 2 there after he gained 24. Second down and 12. A minute 10 left first quarter. Carmel 7, Noblesville 0. Greyhounds in their whites. Noblesville in the home blacks, and we've got whistles. As we saw, 18, Marcus Emmert.
Looks like a timeout, Greyhounds.
Yep.
Well, Craig, let's talk a little bit about our sponsors, because we can do what we do. One thing I want to mention, this fall and winter at Ivy Tech in the theater, we're going to have First Saturday Movies. Jim's going to have that. As many of you know, we closed down the Walford Theater, so he's going to have First Saturday Movies each month at Ivy Tech, and it'll be sponsored by the Walford Theater. Also, Ivy Tech is one of our sponsors. Ivy Tech prepares Indiana residents to learn, live, and work in a diverse and competitive environment. To answer any questions in enrolling or general information, call 317-921-4300. Craig, last week, in fact, earlier this week, Jim and I went out to Ivy Tech and did an interview with Chancellor Kathleen Lee, and we talked about many of the things going on at Ivy Tech. It's a beautiful building.
Mm-hmm. They've totally revamped the old Noblesville East Middle School and the old high school. In the flat, Ethan Merriweather.
Good tackle there by, tackled by McGuire Plummer.
We've got a flag in the backfield, and we'll see what that call is back at the 27. Roughing the passer on the defense. Ouch. You hear the Boo Birds here on the west side of the stands, the Noblesville crowd, and Wow.
That was tough right there because that was Emmert.
It was kind of a toss-up, really.
Yeah.
So it'll be first down by penalty for Carmel. That's a 15-yard mark-off, I believe.
Craig, one thing this first quarter, penalties has really hurt the Millers.
Yep. 2 first downs by penalty in the past few minutes for Carmel's offense. One each of this possession and the last. So not something that Noblesville defensive coordinator Adam Metzler and company want to deal with, but handoff. Oh, snap check that. That's Kamari Hunt, number 16. 6-foot sophomore tailback. He's 173 pounds. He's a good size for a tailback.
Jennings was in there.
4-yard pickup by Kamari Hunt. I'd like to thank all of you that have joined us this evening, whether you're around here in Hamilton County or you're throughout the state or throughout the world. Beautiful night for high school football, and we're glad you picked us. Kamari Hunt gets the handoff from McDonald, leaves his feet for a second.
Another penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Hold on, that's got to be Carmel.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold.
Hold on, Carmel.
So it nullifies a pretty decent run by Kamari Hunt as he broke off right tackle. And but usually when a play breaks open like that, it's there's a flag. 100% of the time, that's going to be a holding on the offense. So that'll back Carmel up clear.
Usually when a flag's thrown in a pile like that and you're on offense, it's usually on you.
You have a correction on the ball carrier last game play. Number 16 is Kamari Hunt. Our apologies.
So this will be the final play of the first quarter, as there are 9.2 seconds left on the clock. It's like we're waiting for the official mark off here. Oh, the official just getting toward the backfield, so yeah, gonna wind his arm, start the clock at 5 seconds. It looks like Carmel's gonna let this one dangle down to 0 seconds. And that gets us to the conclusion of our first quarter.
Let's go ahead and
Carmel 7, Noblesville 0, as we'll head to the second quarter of action, and we'll talk more about what makes our broadcast possible.
Absolutely, and we couldn't do it without our corporate sponsor, Community Health Network. They'll be sponsoring all of our sporting events this season. Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775. And if you want, go on their website, www.ecommunity.com. I want to thank another corporate sponsor, Church Hiddle and Anthem, from personal injury claims and complex business litigation to divorce cases. Church Hiddle and Anthem protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Maryville, and Tipton. Give them a call if of any of those needs at 317-773-5320. Here we go. We're getting ready to start off the second quarter.
In the pistol, looking, finds a little time, escapes, and there's going to be a holding again. But
interception.
And it looks like Ben Groover.
Groover's everywhere.
Tell you what, I don't think, having to play two ways or playing two ways is affecting him at all. Holding, it's going to be on the offense. That's going to be declined. Interception, Noblesville. So,
this is a pretty nice night for a player to go both ways too. Craig, it's
humidity.
Yeah. So, but we'll see. And I know coaches are really watching Ben and Garcia both to make sure that they're staying hydrated and getting as much rest as they possibly can.
So back to it. Drew Scheib in motion. Barnes will keep it again. He's up to the 40-yard line. They started this drive at their own 37, so it looks like, they're giving the 41. So a 4-yard pickup by Ryan Barnes. That's his 7th carry of the evening. He's 3 out of 5 through the air for 35 yards. Check that, 36 yards. And that brings up 2nd down and 7. Looks like 4. Scoreboard gives him 3. Let's give him 4. Second and 6, their own 41. Barnes, easy does it. Nice catch across the middle. Beautiful stretch out there by Ben Gruber. And a 14-yard pickup.
He's catching a ball on both sides.
Yeah. He's got 2 14-yard catches so far, and he had 2 for 32 and a touchdown last week. So big improvement from that standpoint for the senior receiver. And they got Carmel in there. Here's a little bit. Barnes, pass out in the flat to Chandler Hurst. Hurst to the 45. Pushes down to the 40 where he's taken out of bounds there. It looks like number 28. That is
Jacob Abrams.
Jacob Abrams.
He's a senior, 6'2", 190 pounds.
That's a good-sized cornerback.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. That's college-sized
cornerback. That's D1 type, isn't it?
So, solid 5-yard pickup by Hurst on the catch. In motion. Keeper is Barnes. Across the 35 down to about the 32 will give him.
Looks like a first down.
Needed 5, got 8. And that's the first rushing first down for Noblesville in the evening. Their 5th overall for the passing variety. So he's 5 out of 7 through the air is Ryan Barnes, and he's got 8 carries.
The Millers have been able to move the ball. They just haven't been able to put it in the end zone yet.
Barnes hands it off this time to Chandler Hurst. Hurst gets down to about the 29-yard line. 3-yard pickup for Chandler Hurst.
Tackled by number 42 for the Carmel Greyhounds. Joey Schmidt, 6'1", 207 pounds.
Tell you what, Barnes keeps it. Looks like he gets down to about the 25-yard line.
Big third down play for both sides for Carmel to make a stop and for the Millers to keep the momentum rolling. So we'll see what happens here.
Barnes will keep this one. And looks like, ooh.
Wow. But all the stands and us, we saw it, but the referees didn't. First down, though.
That is Barnes again, the pistol. He's got Gonzalez back there. Hands it off to Tyler Gonzalez. Down inside the 20. Down about the 17-yard line. So that's a 6-yard pickup by Gonzalez. His first carry.
32 on the tackle. That's John Hoaxum.
5 yards for Gonzalez there.
Gonzalez is a good, strong runner. He had a good game last week.
Pass.
Oh, look.
And there is a pass interference. That'll be
there's no doubt about that.
Number 38 out there, Austin Newland, the 6', 182-pound left cornerback, is draped himself all over Jackson Thurman, the Noblesville flanker. Yes, I'm going to bring out some of the older terms. I like to use tailback, flanker, split end. Depends on who's off and on the line.
They're keeping a pretty close eye on Thurman because he had a big game last week. And,
he had 5 catches for $138 and a touchdown last week, 70 on one play.
He had a big play here in this game, but
got to the 9-yard line, got knocked back, but forward progress will get him back to that line of scrimmage.
Look like the Greyhounds may have a player down here.
We will take this time to tell you that tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Churchill and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College. Hamilton County Commissioner Mark Hairbrandt, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies. You want to tell us a little bit about Smith's Jewelers?
Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel for over 65 years.
Wow.
Many jewelry stores coming and gone, but yet Smith's Jewelers remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be our outstanding service selections and customer service. Knowledgeable staff. Smith's Jewelers is eager to give our customers a memorable and positive experience. Give them a call at 773-3383 or just come down on the square in Noblesville on 9th and Logan, right there on the corner. They've been there a long time.
Looks like Kylan Cole gets up and is helped off the field with the help of Carmel trainers.
And how about Mark Hairbrandt? He's a football sponsor this season. Mark is already county commissioner, but come election time, November 7th, he is coming up for a re-election. One of the many things that he's done is he's worked in collaboration with Fishers and Noblesville in the state of Indiana to secure $100 million to do improvement on 37. So, Craig, you and I both know that.
And Noblesville's knocking at the door as they will have a 3rd down at the 6. I believe a 3rd and goal at the 6, because that penalty marked it down to the 9 to make it 1st and goal. 3-yard pickup there by Ryan Barnes makes it set. Check that, 3rd and 5. 3rd and goal at the 5. Barnes has time, finds room, corner, over the head of Nolan Ginther was the intended receiver, and number 28 out there, that was Jacob Abrams, 6'2", 190-pound junior defensive back. And a little different package. Looks like Jack Knight, number 34, in there. McGuire Plummer will be on the hold, and this will be a 23-yard field goal attempt.
Nice been kicking the ball well.
Jack Knight has a solid foot, and with 7:29 left until halftime, Carmel 7, Noblesville 3.
How about thanking Logan Street Signs and Banners? Give them a call at 317-773-7200. Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 773-7200 or check them out on the website, loganstreetsigns.com. Noblesville Trophies, 317-773-7391. Give them a call. Noblesville Trophies offer a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with a same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Check them out on the website at noblesvilletrophies.com.
7-3 is our count. 7:29 till halftime. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. We've got Kate, Lucas, Will, Jim. You got it. Don't forget, stay tuned at halftime as we will have Bob Lovell from Indiana Sports Talk and his weekly interview with IHSAA Commissioner Bobby Cox. And that'll be a touchback just into the end zone, as Jalen Walker couldn't keep it out there at the 1 as much as he wanted to. Yeah, we'll have a weekly interview Bob Lovell will have with IHSAA Commissioner Bobby Cox with all the upcomings and goings-on with everything in the state of Indiana.
Big topic tonight
Huge.
with Bobby Cox is concussions and all the way up, and in all sports. I think I saw an article the other day about a concussion on a tennis player.
Oh, wow.
So
It makes you wonder if he just hit himself in the head or he or she. But speaking of concussions, that former IU defensive back Tracy Porter and current Bears defensive back got kneed in the helmet as this carry for Carmel on their first down play. Halsell, he's a big fullback or tailback, 5'9", 200 pounds.
Ben Groover on the tackle there for the Millers.
That was a solid 11-yard pickup by Halsell. He was taken off the field by trainers today in Chicago in their preseason game versus the Chiefs because he got kneed in the helmet. So, yeah, that'll ring your bell, just like getting hit, going helmet to helmet. So, yeah, we'll hear that story from Bobby Cox and Bob Lovell coming up at halftime. Handoff, McDonald gives it. Looks like Halsell again up to the 35. They'll give him the 36. 5-yard pickup
on the tackle for the Millers. That tackle, the play before was not Groover. It's hard with the sun and these new gold letters, but it was Clay Weezy as the tackle.
They've almost got a mirroring effect.
Especially with that sun over there on that far side. And plus, I'm old, Craig. I can't see.
We'll have Kathy get you some eye appointment this week.
I do have one in October. So.
You can borrow Jim's glasses.
Yeah. Big tackle by Garcia in there. Takes up a lot of room in that middle for that Miller defense.
1 yard on the pickup there. A big 3rd down and 4, midway point of the second quarter. McDonald's got Halsell flanked to his right in the pistol. Gets the snap, the pass. Rofdahl up to the 49-yard line. And we've got a Noblesville Miller back there at the 30-yard line. And
tackle by Marcus Emmert there on the tackle. 6 foot, 166 pound senior. What number is that, Craig?
Trying to pick it out. I can't see who it is quite yet. As that's the first passing first down for Carmel.
Yeah. Yeah, but I can look at it on the monitor here. Noblesville training staff's out there.
As we mentioned, scores from earlier today and from last night that actually got their games, and we're trying to chase down a Clinton Central Sheridan score. They started at 6 o'clock, and I imagine that they're probably mid-second half by now. Zionsville with a basketball score, just like Noblesville and Lawrence North last year in the opener. Zionsville 55, 11, and 54. Midday today, Hamilton Southeastern 31, North Central 7. Fishers holds on to beat Pike at home 41-36. Brownsburg 13, Lawrence North 8. Westfield with a goose egg on Southport 27-0. Just west of us here in Westfield. Lafayette Central Catholic last night defeated Guerin Catholic 34-13. Yes, and hats off and hard hats on, if you will. As last night, Hamilton Heights and Kokomo were to be the nightcap at Lucas Oil. And with all the devastating weather that hit on Wednesday, going through Kokomo, and we've all seen the video of the Starbucks and the Cross 31 that was destroyed. And they marched themselves up 31 to help Kokomo's Wildcats and their community clean up Lucas Oil Stadium for their 7 p.m. game tonight versus the Philadelphia Eagles. So, kudos to Kokomo and Hamilton Heights. Hamilton Heights, tremendous community act, helping out their opponent, and looks like that player, Noblesville player, coming off the field under his own power was 91, Alex Nelson.
81.
Check that 81. That was Clay Weesey. I'm sorry. Tell you, it's those gold mirrored numbers.
Yeah. Maybe it isn't me getting old. Maybe it is the jerseys.
They do look cool, though.
Yeah, they are.
So, yeah, hats off and kudos, however you want to say it, to Hamilton Heights and Kokomo's football teams for pitching together to clean up the Kokomo community. Handoff in the backfield. Jalen Walker races left side, and he's met at midfield. And he's still on his feet. I think he planted with his hand once again. And that's going to be close to a first down.
Great second effort there.
Yeah. Great run there by Jalen Walker. As he ran all that way for 8 yards. Going to be a second down and 2.
Eagles are up 10-3 over the Colts.
And obviously, like years past, the preseason doesn't mean diddly. Because I think it was whichever year it was, the Detroit Lions went 4-0 in the preseason. They went 0-16.
Yeah.
So the preseason doesn't mean a whole lot. It's just trying to figure out who's going to be on your 53-man roster. Third down and 1.
It boils down to your 53rd guy is my guy's better than him.
Yeah.
You're 53rd.
Handoff. Looks like up the middle, Hallsell, and he just traipses over Noblesville defenders for the 4th rushing first down of the night for Carmel, as they're down to the 42-yard line.
Dickman on the tackle for the Millers. Craig, I don't see Sheridan here.
See if we can get Dr. Monday to
give
us an update.
We may be able to see
a final roll across.
Richie may know something at the half.
That's true. Richie always tries it. Richie Hall fakes the play action now. Up right side, and Merriweather catches the ball at the 14, finds his way, and he's down to the 9-yard line. That's going to be do the math, 36-yard pickup. Check that. My math was off there. That was at the 42. 33.
Merriweather did a great job there because, to be quite honest, McGuire Plummer was with him step by step. It just, McDonald put the ball so Merriweather could get it easier than...
We'll give him 34 on the pickup down to the 8-yard line, and Noblesville forced to call a timeout because defensive personnel, Kenya Jenkins, a 5'11 sophomore defensive lineman, I don't think heard his number called or his name called right away, and all of a sudden he's just sprinting onto the field. So we have his timeout. Carmel knocking at the door. They have first and goal at the 8. 3:37 left here in the first half of play. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams, and we've got a pretty good crowd here tonight. And if you're not here tonight, hopefully, if you're hearing us, you're seeing us and you've joined us and are enjoying our broadcast this evening. Maybe you're grilling out on a Saturday night and you decide you want some high school football, and beautiful night.
Could tune in and listen to you and I, right?
Yep.
I can see people sitting on their patio right now, grilling out, watching you and I, or watching the football game and listening.
They don't want to see us.
No, we both have faces for radio.
We have faces for radio. I got that from one of my mentors. He's up in South Bend with WSBT radio. I got that phrase. I'm not saying he coined it, but McDonald the pistol, Walker in motion. Walker will get the handoff, tries to turn it wide, and Noblesville defenders trying to chase him down, and Walker, quite the moves out there as he has run out of bounds. Looks like Jay Sean Dickman. I'm trying to pick the number off of there.
It looks like McGuire Plummer's walk over there too. The one thing about it is that was a heck of a run because we could have got a big loss there for Carmel.
And believe it or not, he lost 5 there. They were down to the 8. Now they're back to the 13-yard line. Second and goal for Carmel at the Noblesville 13. Hand off Halsell. Like Ben Groover and a couple other Noblesville defenders in there. Zach Tuane. He gets down to the 7-yard line, so 6-yard pickup.
Bullard coming back in the game for the Millers.
Third down and goal at the 8.
2:49 left to go here before the half.
Noblesville trying to hold Carmel to a field goal if they can. McDonald gets it. Has room, time, looks the pass and goes to the end zone. Rofdahl, and the ball is incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down. Oh, there's a flag in the backfield. We'll see Dalton Davis jog back on, number 56 for Noblesville. And we'll see what the official is going to call here, as a couple of them are getting together to decipher the call.
Looks like it may be on the Millers.
This could be a personal foul on the defense. So it's going to be, I believe, an automatic first down.
That's our second personal foul there.
So half the distance down to the 4-yard line.
Penalties is hurt.
First down and goal at the 4. Halsell back there with McDonald. Fake stand up, hands it off to Halsell, and he is taken down at the 3, so he only picked up 1 there. And it's going to be second and goal at the 3. Clock still rolling, 2:22 and counting. Oh, my Cubs took a 3-2 loss tonight. They're stuck at 82 wins. 82 and 46. I'll take it.
Yeah, you're still talking about the Cubs this time of year, man.
Yeah.
You don't get to, as a Cub fan, you haven't got to do that very much.
Nope, hopefully it'll be later this year. Second down and goal at the 4, 2:03 as the clock was stopped. Clock now winding. McDonald hands it off to Halsell. Up the middle, he'll go down. No gain. Looks like he's even with that marker in the middle of the field to 3 almost. So technically he gets a 1-yard pickup. Third and goal. This is a big one for Noblesville's defense. I think this is bigger for Noblesville's defense than it is for Carmel's offense because Carmel has a 7-3 cushion. Not a big cushion, but I think Carmel would like to put one in the end zone to get a more than a 4-point lead. Pass. Oh! Incomplete pass in the flats to number 31. As Zachary Bradley, the junior fullback, incomplete. And that's going to force Carmel to boot a field goal, as 4-2 will come on for a 20-yard attempt. And that's big for both sides. As Noblesville caught a break there. Yeah, you don't see wide open in the flat, and you rarely see a receiver just completely, looked like he turned to go into the end zone before he had the ball. Kick is up, and it is good. From 20 yards out. And we've got 1:18 left here in the first half.
I sent a tweet out to Dr. Monday to see if we can get a score on that Sheridan game.
Our score is Carmel 10, Noblesville 3, 1:18 remaining on the first half clock. And don't forget to stay tuned with us at halftime as Indiana Sports Talk's Bob Lovell will sit down for his weekly interview with IHSAA Commissioner Bobby Cox and the important topic of concussions. You know, back in the day, I've had a couple. They're not fun. And there are a lot more concussions, in the world of sports these days, especially football. And the most unique one, I'm not sure they'll touch on it, but you heard about a tennis concussion.
Yeah, probably not, but,
It's too bad. So 1:18 left until half. Each team with 2 timeouts. And Carmel with a 10-3 lead. Noblesville will kick off to start the second half. Looks like Chandler Hurst deep for Noblesville. Looks like second row is Jay-Sean Dickman and Zach Tuane. That ball is going to go to the sideline about the 15 where Dickman gets it up to the 25, and he is just blistered by number 44. That is Karsten Krause, senior, 6'2", 206-pound tight end for the Greyhounds. Taking Dickman out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:14 till half. Noblesville will have the ball at their own 25. So Noblesville offense will take over 1:14. They want to tie this ball game up. Barnes in the pistol. Looks like Hurst there with him. Hands it off to Hurst. He'll go right and finds room across the 30, up near the 35. They'll mark him at the 34. 9-yard pickup there. Good little jaunt there by Chandler Hurst. It's going to be a 2nd down and 1. A short one at that. Clock rolling under a minute now. 55 ticks till half. And pass complete. Ben Groover out in the flat. Finds room up to the 37, I believe.
On the tackle, Mark Allen. He's a 5'8", junior.
35 seconds left, and you can hear the fans below us. Now the officials trying to get together. The fans below us yelling about the clock. In which for a first down in high school, you do stop the clock until the chains are set. So this will give the Twins to the far side. Looks like Blake Taylor and Ben Groover. Jackson Thurman here to the near. Barnes keeps it himself. 40, 45, up near the 50. There's going to be a timeout called. Looks like head coach Jason Simmons of Noblesville trying to get with the official, and they are going to reset. Oh no, that's the timeout timer down there, but 23.8 on the clock to be exact.
Or maybe not exact.
Well, close. It'll be a Noblesville first down at their own 49. Would it surprise you to see that same play? A long throw to maybe Thurman or Groover, something like that, to kind of try and throw Carmel off.
Could be.
You're not sure what Noblesville's offensive coaches have up their sleeve here.
Caleb Small was in the huddle there with the Millers because Coach Simmons was talking to the referees about the clock. Here we go.
1st and 10 at their own 49. Fakes it to Hurst. Runs it himself up across the 40. Another rushing first down. 13-yard pickup there as Barnes was 17.8. And they will probably spike it here. And that barely takes any time off the clock. 12.6 as they'll spike it. How do you count that in your stat sheet when he spikes it?
Incomplete, or I don't know.
That would almost be what I think.
Yeah, I mean.
Because,
we'll have to ask Steve Shaw.
2nd down and 10 at Carmel's 38-yard line. I wonder if they're going to start using the ball on number on the scoreboard.
It's driving you crazy.
Barnes fakes the handoff to Hurst and goes right between 3 receivers. I think short of Nolan Ginther and to the right of Blake Taylor. So it makes it a 3rd down and 10. That just wasted 2.4 seconds, 10.2 on the clock. Looks like twins again this side will be Groover and Blake Taylor, number 83. Jackson Thurman, the lone receiver to the far right. Carmel's defensive backfield kind of playing a little outfield, if you will.
Yeah, they're playing pretty loose. They don't want to give up the big play here.
Barnes trying to find time. Looks up the sideline. He goes and out of bounds. Almost hits the front pylon. That'll be incomplete, bringing up 4th down with 5 seconds on the clock. So that's going to bring in
Austin Newland had good coverage on Jackson Thurman there.
Looks like they've got Jack Knight out there, and he may be in there to try and
kick a
put this one. Well, not sure what Jack Knight's range is, but this.
But, what do you got to lose?
This would be a 55-yard boot.
But what do you really got to lose?
And you really don't. If you can get the kickoff, why not try it? And we'll see out of this timeout huddle as each team has one left, with 5 ticks left until halftime. Don't forget, folks, coming up at halftime,
Bobby Cox.
IHSAA Commissioner Bobby Cox sits down with Indiana Sports Talk's Bob Lovell, and they will broach the subject of concussions and the prevalency they have right now in high school sports, especially as we've started high school football season here. Maybe they'll touch on tennis. No, I'm kidding. They probably won't touch the subject of tennis concussions because it's not as common as football or soccer. So it looks like in there it's going to be Carmel has called a timeout now.
Icing the kicker.
Well, I don't see a kicker out there.
Oh, not. He was out there earlier now.
They weren't lined up for it, so maybe something's more up a sleeve than we think.
Maybe a McGuire Plummer play, okay? Because we know McGuire Plummer's a heck of an athlete.
He's got an arm, that is for sure.
I'll tell you, the catch he made last weekend on the interception was unbelievable. Well, it made a lot of highlight reels in Indianapolis last week.
5 seconds left on the clock. Carmel 10, Noblesville 3. here as we're approaching halftime. As Carmel back out there ready to defend. They've got
We're kicking.
3 deep, if you will.
Or Plummer's out there, maybe.
Actually, you know what? It's going to be a 55-yard boot as Jack Knight will line up right in the middle of the field. And
or is Plummer kicks up,
and it's caught in the end zone, so this can be run back. That is number 3, Jalen Walker. Actually, it'll be a touchback because he caught it in the end zone.
Yeah.
Time expires.
That ends.
It is about 8-9 yards from getting that over the crossbar, but great effort by Jack Knight nonetheless. We head to halftime. It's Carmel 10, Noblesville 3. We'll take a break and then come back later on in the halftime to analyze the first half and look at the second. You're watching Carmel and Noblesville high school football right here on Hometown Television.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
She was very little. Taylor loved to play basketball.
My dream was to play basketball in college.
That day, she was having a great game. Then she landed after a rebound. When I saw her, I just felt sick.
I knew right away that I had torn my ACL.
A teammate recommended Shelbourne Knee Center.
Their doctors and physical therapists have taken care of thousands of knees like mine. My dream came true. I'm going to be playing basketball at Huntington University.
Shelbourne Knee Center, now part of Community Health Network.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Commissioner Cox, always great to talk to you as we do, and certainly this time of year we've started our fall sports schedules, and I know that football, the discussion has and continues to be safety in all your sports, and I thought a good time to revisit the safety protocols in place that the IHSA has, concussion-wise, heat and hydration, and certainly some things on the horizon for some spring sports. So let's go back and revisit your concussion protocol and how all that seems to be turning out right now.
We have all 5 of their programs here. I don't want to stream or use my. I had the idea to be in here to use their internet. We also have yeah. That we provide to our members and also to our student athletes. In addition to that, the IHSAA has a concussion that every member school participates, where if they prefer the concussion prevention, they have an opportunity. We're on the interview now. You got 4 minutes till we come back. Okay. And by doing that, they can tell us the age of the student. We don't collect the names. But we collect the age of the student, grade of the student, what sport it is in, what the activity is, practices is it on, what type of surface is it on, natural grass, you know, like it's heights, they can go in, their tech guy can go in and change certain outlets to allow you to get into certain things. See, they need to do that because us, whoever else, they need to lift that. Also has period and our
What's up, Justin?
regulate people's in-season contact, number of live contact periods that you can have in a football league, and that now is 2. So when you take all of those out of we have spent a considerable amount of energy and thought on improving the health and safety and safeguarding the health and safety of the playing football.
And it's not just football. I mean, the protocol, we I think, forget concussions are not only occurring in football, they're occurring in a great number of sports, unfortunately.
My dad's running the scoreboard.
What's up, Kaiser?
Mom and I are hanging up here. It's too hot out there.
How are you?
Down there it is. Huh? I mean, like, over there they have a little unit.
We had a contested event for
What?
Shit's horrible.
I know. Actually, it's freezing.
They had to turn it on at 9 o'clock yesterday morning.
Hey, Steph, I heard you make some inappropriate comments over in the student section. Yeah. You.
Sheridan's down 25-14, end of 3. Clinton Central? Really? Yep.
Commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox, joined
She's got a little
us
taller.
while we're on the health and safety of student athletes coming up in the spring.
I think it's funny they're all dressed like that. They're all dressed preppy.
It's been kind of an innings pitch per week situation. A movement now to expand this and have it be done by a pitch count.
Absolutely. The National Federation, as I mentioned earlier, they write the rules code for all.
That's not bad. Yes, tell her I am too. Tell her I am too.
This is very similar to what we did years and years ago.
Was you with me that first year we interviewed John?
I think so.
Oh man, it's something froze. If I hadn't been for Jake, we'd have been saying nothing.
Oh, they didn't listen. Yeah. You got it.
You got some stats?
I'm gonna wing it.
You're good at that.
I think I missed a couple of runs. It's throwing me off that they aren't using the ball on. I don't mind doing math, but on the fly, I mean, Ethan Robbins, Luke Mello.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox, and we will look forward to our conversation next weekend. Thanks so much, Bobby. I appreciate the time.
Back here at Hare Chevrolet Field, halftime, it's Carmel 10, Noblesville 3, as Noblesville had a chance to put some points on the board before the half. Had a penalty, actually. They had a chance to go downfield, and an incomplete pass, and then Jack Knight attempted a 55-yard field goal, which came up short, and with 5 seconds left in that expired time in the first half. Pretty good first half of play so far. Carmel gave Noblesville a breakdown here when the fullback, number 31, Zach Bradley, had nobody on him, and tried to turn and go into the end zone with the ball at about the 1-yard line and didn't catch it before he tried to run. Incomplete pass that, Carmel was forced to kick a field goal to go up by a full touchdown's length, and that's where the lead is at 10-3 right now. And tell you what, I've been impressed a little bit by Noblesville's defense, because these are some pretty stout running backs that Carmel has. Jerome Halsell, 5'9", 200. Will Schmidt, 5'7", $162, and Kamari Hunt, 6', 173. And, not to mention the defensive backfield of Noblesville, as they're trying to contain Jalen Walker and Ethan Merriweather, as well as trying to keep track of 6'7" Kurt Rofdahl. And they're doing a pretty good job doing it, and they're only down 7.
Absolutely. And, the one thing about it is Adam Metzler always does a great job with our defense. He's a great defensive coach and does a great job on the defense there. That was a team last year when we lost a lot of players the year before. And last year, Coach Metzler put together an outstanding defense, and many of those players are back this season. And hats off to Carmel. Carmel's played a pretty good first half here, and they're leading 10-3. But anything can happen. Let's see what adjustments are made by coaches here at the half, and it'll be kind of interesting. I thought it was very interesting the play we opened up early with that little flea flicker of that double pass there with Barnes to McGuire Plummer, and Thurman was wide open.
Yeah, I don't think other teams seeing the film on this Carmel Noblesville game, no one's going to be fooled when McGuire Plummer comes in for offense for Noblesville the rest of the season, because they know he quarterbacked last year the last 4 games and half of the Hamilton Southeastern game after Luke Mello went down. We saw Luke Mello down there with former intern Ethan Robbins, a couple of graduates back in June here at Noblesville. But from looking at the stats, and mine are completely unofficial because it's throwing me off not having they're not using the ball on whatever the yard line is on the scoreboard. So I'm doing some math on the fly, but from the looks of it, aside from Ryan Barnes running the ball for Noblesville and Hallsell running for Carmel, it's it's a toss-up because both teams are running into problem where they're tossing a coin up and saying, okay, should we run the ball more? Should we pass the ball? Gotcha. And both quarterbacks are actually adjusting well to when they do have to throw the ball. So, not sure which option they're going to go with. Both teams, mixing it up pretty well. So it'll be interesting to see, what both squads end up doing in the second half, because the comfortability factor for both quarterbacks is there. It's just, figuring out what they can do against each of their defenses.
Yeah, because, you can't compare year to year, but the one thing about it, that the balance attack Carmel had last year, so far this year they haven't had quite that balance that they had a year ago. But we're still early in this season here. But we're about 4 minutes away from starting the second half, and like I said, it'll be kind of interesting to see what adjustments the coaches make at halftime on both sides.
Our score at halftime is Carmel 10, Noblesville 3. Like I said, toward the end of the first half, Noblesville will kick off to start the third quarter as they received the opening kickoff and started their first drive at their own 35, but with a 3-and-out, were forced to punt. And this would be a tie ball game if it weren't for a holding back this way on that little flea flicker where Barnes tossed the ball to McGuire Plummer, and Plummer bombs it up the sideline to number 44 Jackson Thurman. There was a holding on the offensive line. Noblesville was forced to punt a play later. Then Carmel got on the scoreboard. Jalen Walker with a 36-yard touchdown catch from his quarterback, Jake McDonald, with 7:03 left in the quarter. And Fortier with the kick. Matt Fortier kicked it for a 7-0 Carmel lead. Noblesville's next drive started at their own 10. They went 8 plays, and they were forced to punt once again. Carmel started their next drive on their own 6, and Noblesville corner Ben Groover with a nice interception where Noblesville took over on their own 37, and that's where Jack Knight took it down to a 4-point deficit with a field goal from 23 yards out. 7:29 left until half. And Carmel's ensuing drive, they start on their own 20. And Matt Fortier with a 20-yard field goal with 1:18 left in the first half after they could have taken, made an 11-point lead at half. And he's probably just kicking himself as Zach Bradley, the junior fullback, couldn't quite put that ball into his breadbasket and take it into the end zone. He tried to go into the end zone without the ball, and that's what forced the Fortier field goal. And then Noblesville tried to, they started their own 25 and got just inside Carmel territory to the 38. Jack Knight close to 10 yards short on a 55-yard field goal attempt to end the half, and that's where we're left with our score of Carmel 10, Noblesville 3. Perry, we do have an update from Sheridan, and after 3 quarters, Clinton Central with a 25-14 lead on the Blackhawks. So Coach Bud Wright and company still trying to get in the winning column after Western Boone shocked them last week after they had a lead 12-8 with very little time left.
Yeah, I think in your interview last week with Bud on Monday, I think he wished he had that last series. I think he would like to do that series a little bit different than he did.
Yeah, and I mean, he talked about it last year, and he talked about it, this past Monday. It's good to have young players, and it's good to have, the experience those players got last year, the freshmen and sophomores who are now sophomores and juniors. It's kind of getting everybody on the same page. And, that could be the same factor here as, new system as during the offseason last year. Lance Scheib resigns here at Noblesville. Jason Simmons, been in the system for 3 or 4 years. He takes over as the head coach. And, you see some similarities in the offense. Yeah, you see the similarities in the offense, but there's also a little bit of a differentiation in what Coach Simmons does and what Lance Scheib's offense did. And the same thing goes with John Hebert now in his second year at Carmel. And
Absolutely.
they still try and throw and run the ball about the same, but you can see the different sets. Sets are different. And it's getting, the Greyhounds all on the same page to, I wouldn't say fully buy into Hebert's system, but fully get adjusted to it. It's probably the best way to put it with Carmel. Still about 2.5 minutes left, Perry.
Yeah, both teams are back out on the field warming up here. Let's go through our sponsors here. Remind everybody that First Saturday movie event at Ivy Tech, sponsored by the Wolford Theater. That's coming up here in October and go through April. So that's a great time. Ivy Tech is one of our sponsors. Community Health, Church Hiddle and Anthem, Smith's Jewelers, Mark Hairbrandt, Commissioner, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and Indiana Restoration. We thank those fine sponsors. Craig, these sponsors who come and help us every year, we just could not do what we do here if it wasn't for our great sponsors.
Yeah. And that's how this whole thing works. I guess you could say that's the bottom of things. Sponsors make our broadcast possible, and then Jim puts everything together, and we take it from there. And it's just how the whole thing works, and we couldn't do it without them. As we're getting set for the second half to start in about a minute.
Greg, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments both coaches have made and see who's made the correct adjustments, as you might say.
Yeah, and you want to. It still makes me wonder because play selection. I mean, yeah, like I said, Wholesale has run the ball pretty well. Jake McDonald has passed the ball decently. He's thrown one pick over on the far side during Carmel's, first, their drive that started late first quarter into the second. And when he's thrown the ball, he's completed passes to 3 different receivers for 82 yards. Merriweather has 1 for 34, Jalen Walker 1 for 36, and Kurt Rofdahl 1 for 12. He's also tried to throw the end zone to Rofdahl a couple times, kind of like a jump ball with him being 6'7", and 6 completions on the part of Ryan Barnes. He's 6 out of 11, and 6 out of 11 for 57 yards. 3 rushing first downs, 5 passing, and 1 by penalty for Noblesville. 4 rushing first downs, 2 passing, and 2 by penalty for the Carmel Greyhounds. And the crazy thing is, both these two trying to get their first win of the year after Carmel was upended at home last week, 27-21 at the hand 17 at Lawrence North, which you saw in person. And, week 1 to week 2, this probably looks like a little bit of a different team because they're dialed up that much more to play Carmel.
Oh, absolutely. But one thing that's consistent is Ryan Barnes is pretty consistent in both games, both on the ground and in the air. Ben Groover, Jackson Thurman, Ginther, they've all done a good job catching the ball. And, of course, last week we saw a lot more running with Gonzalez, but this week it's been Hurst.
Yep, here comes the kickoff, and this will be fielded at the 7-yard line by Jalen Walker. Tripped up a little bit, stays on his feet, and he is taken down at about the 16.
Flag on the play over there.
I'm not sure if that's going to be blocking the back or some sort of personal foul. These two officials conferring with each other. We'll see what this officially is called. And here is the official call. Personal foul on Noblesville. So that's going to march the ball from the 15 up to the, 31.
Wow. That's huge.
Carmel, McDonald back to it, passing. And Jalen Walker looks like with that, check that, that's Merriweather.
And the tackle made by McGuire Plummer over there on the other side.
It looks like about a 10-yard pickup to the 41. So something that doesn't surprise me. Carmel going back to the passing attack. In the pistol is McDonald. Hands it off this time. Hallsell up across the 45, 50, 45, down to the 45, 40, 30, down to the 23-yard line. "36 yards on the pickup by Hallsell. And he just kept toting his way down the sideline, all 200 pounds of him.
He's a big back. The one thing about it is it looks like Carmel's made some adjustments and they saw some weaknesses.
McDonald Hands it off again. Halsell goes left, and he's down inside the 20, close to the 16. This looks like another 7-yard pickup.
2 a day on the tackle there for the Millers. One thing about it is we, you know, in the running back category here, that big back will wear you out as you wear your defense out pretty quick.
Hand off Kamari Hunt. Speaking of worn out, Halsell needed a breather. Kamari Hunt comes in there from the 16. They'll mark the ball at the 9. That's a 7-yard pickup by Hunt. And that'll be a Carmel first down.
2 a day and Scott Burkhoff on the tackle there. Burkhoff 5'10", 230-pound senior.
First and goal at the 9 for Carmel. Kamari Hunt gets the handoff. He's close to the 5-yard line. Down to the 4. 5-yard pickup by Hunt.
Burkhoff again on the tackle there.
Going to be second and goal at the 4-yard line as 5-yard pickup there by Kamari Hunt.
Craig, this third quarter, that line of Carmel is really coming off the ball pretty tough, you know, and getting some good holes for the open up some good holes for the Greyhounds. What's the hold up here? Talking to one of the referees. Which coach is that down there? Coach Simmons talking to the referee down there in the corner.
Second and goal from the 4. McDonald back to pass, looking. Dalton Davis on him. The ball is incomplete. Ball falls to the turf.
Two a day in there in the middle of that pass attempt. Third down.
Big third down for the Noblesville defense, and Carmel looking for redemption. This is identical to where Zach Bradley dropped pass out in the flat all by himself.
We may see that again here, Craig.
And passes this time to Jalen Walker.
Touchdown.
It's almost a sure hand there for Jalen Walker as he scores from 4 yards out, going to the front right corner of the end zone. And Carmel with a 16-3 lead before the. So Jalen Walker, his second touchdown, his second catch, 2 touchdowns, one from 36 and one from 4 yards. Fortier. Easy does it through there. And it's Carmel 17, Noblesville 3. If Noblesville's going to make something happen, they've got to do it on this drive, or this could not bode well.
You know, that series of for the touchdown there, Craig, Carmel was really coming off that ball, doing some good blocking. The Millers got to start getting a little bit intense here on this and do something like you said on this series.
(17-3) our score. Just 2:17 into the second half. Craig Atkins alongside Perry Williams. Jim Wofford running the show here. The whole setup's in the press box tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Lucas and Kate upstairs on the cameras. Now Will down here running our scoreboard. as Fortier set the kick off from his own 40-yard line. They moved that up to the 40 a few years ago to prevent concussions with runbacks. This ball fielded at the 5-yard line. Looks like Chandler Hurst finds some room. And he gets up to the 20-yard line, so it's almost like a touchback. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Jackson Thurman, the receiver, to the near side. Looks like Blake Taylor and Ben Groover on the far. Barnes looks, finds Thurman, catches the ball at the 26, and he's driven out of bounds.
That ball was almost tipped there, didn't you think, Craig? I mean,
it was real close to being tipped by Carmel defensive lineman. Seven-yard pickup. Barnes to pass again. That side, Blake Taylor out in the open.
That's Taylor's first catch of the night, right?
Yep. Looks like about a 10-yard pickup. 2 plays ago, that was Thurman's first catch technically. Handoff. Hurst. Chandler Hurst races left side here, the near sideline, up near midfield. He's close to a first down. Marked out of bounds, actually, about the 47-yard line. So he picks up 9. Second one at their own 47. Barnes in the pistol. Hurst up the sideline, and there's a flag thrown. There's 2 of them. Again, it's for the same person, though. Jacob Abrams, once again, the senior 6'2", 190-pound senior cornerback, with his hands all over Jackson Thurman as he tried to make a move up the sideline. So on a second one, it'll be the second first down for Noblesville by penalty. So just 3 minutes in.
You know, Craig, even though Thurman's only 5'11", 167 pounds, he's a strong runner and very, very physical. It's hard to cover Jackson Thurman.
Yep, quite the athlete as he started making his mark on the baseball field this past spring and had a great football season last year for Lance Scheib and company, and now trying to help out Coach Simmons in his first season at the helm. Plenty of time on the play clock. Noblesville trying to cut into this Carmel lead. It's 17-3 Greyhounds. Barnes looks, finds Thurman at the 31, gets down to the 30.
Tackle by number 28, Abrams.
6 yards on the pickup there by Jackson Thurman. Second down and 4, 8.5 left, third quarter. As the Noblesville offense getting the play from the sideline. You see a lot of the no-huddle offense, which obviously leaves more time for an adjustment. Barnes keeps it himself, calls zone number up the middle, 25. Down to about the 23-yard line.
Tackle by Joey Smith for Carmel.
I think it was about a 7-yard pickup there by Barnes unofficially, if I'm not mistaken. Down to the 23-yard line. Barnes Keeps it this time again, and he gets down below the 20-yard line, down to about the 17.
It almost looked like Hurst wanted the ball, and so did.
Another 7-yard pickup by Ryan Barnes. And going to be a 2nd down and 3. As Noblesville marching down inside Carmel territory.
Gonzalez comes in the game.
Yep, gives Hurst a little breather. He'll be flanked to the right of Barnes in the pistol.
Gonzalez is a totally different runner.
Barnes again inside the 15 down to about the 13.
Gonzalez is more that power runner at 209. The big back.
Another rushing first down. That's 5 for Noblesville now. They've caught up with the 6 of Carmel almost as they're trying to knock at the door and cut into this 2-touchdown lead that Carmel has. Fakes the pass.
Oh.
Looks like total miscommunication there. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, because
Jackson
Thurman was blocking.
Looks like Jackson Thurman got the play mixed up. He ran a slant, and then he was doing a little crack back, and the pass went to the outside, would have been his outside shoulder, and incomplete. Carmel. Beautiful night.
Absolutely.
As Carmel's got a lot in the box here. About 8 in the box. Barnes runs, finds his way down to about the 6-yard line. Another 7-yard pickup. Oh.
All right.
Personal foul called on Carmel's defense, and that will be from where they're at half the distance. So from the 6, I think they'll put this ball at the 3 if I'm not mistaken.
Is that an automatic first down too, Craig?
I believe so. And if they put it at the 3, yeah, that would be a first down right at the marker. So that's Noblesville's 3rd first down by penalty. Carmel has 2.
Good time to have Gonzalez in this game. Like I said, he's a 203-pound running back.
Barnes gets it, calls his own number. Up the middle he goes to maybe the 2. He's still on his feet. And a pile of Greyhounds all over him.
As we call it, a host of Greyhounds in on the tackle.
Looks like he picked up 2 down to the 1. Both touchdowns by Noblesville last week against Lawrence North were through the air. 1 to Groover, 1 to Thurman. So Noblesville looking for their first touchdown via the running game. And Barnes called it, and a 1-yard touchdown run. Noblesville has their first touchdown of the evening.
That makes the score 17-9.
Quarterback Ryan Barnes. So on to kick is Jack Knighty. Oh, he hit the right upright. Unfortunate thing. So that leaves our score at the midway point of the 3rd quarter. Carmel 17 at Noblesville 9. And we've seen in years past where even with a comeback, that can come back to haunt you.
Absolutely.
Jack Knight, just a sophomore.
You know, Craig, that's Ryan Barnes' first Noblesville Miller touchdown.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things, obviously he's got he's got 2 touchdown passes last week, but this week trying to get that monkey off the back running. He looks like he's very comfortable running the ball and doing so. I believe that's his 18th carry on the night.
He
Runs
had
it in
17 last year.
Sneaks it in from 1 yard out to get Noblesville within 8 points as Jack Knight's PAT attempt hits the right upright. Knight's kick. And into the end zone. Yep. Walker had 1 foot in. And in high school, if you touch the end zone or go over the goal line, you cannot return that kick. So Carmel takes over at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10, and I'd like to thank all of you. I'd like to thank all of you that have joined us this evening. Whether you're at home just hanging out with friends and family, or like we said earlier, if you decide to grill out and take us outside with you, whether you're watching or listening from near or far, we'd like to thank you for joining. And Halsell carries the ball clear up. Nice 7-yard run by the senior tailback. It's crazy to see, a kid with this power just getting his first, real big-time time as varsity tailback. But there's such a long line of running backs every year at Carmel.
Absolutely. Bullard was on the tackle for the Millers.
Handoff. Halsell once again gets up to about the 32-yard line.
River on the tackle for the Millers.
Carmel first down up to the 32. 12 yards on the first 2 plays. That's 6A number 7 Carmel looking for their first win of the season. Back to pass. Completes it, and that is Halsell up across midfield. Good little pitch and catch across the middle. 18-yard pickup by Halsell.
Plummer on the tackle for the Millers. Halsell he's just a big, strong back, Craig. That's all you can say about him.
Carmel 1st and 10 at midfield. Handoff. Halsell, he'll take it left, finds a hole, and taken down by, looks like Grant Bullard. And Zach Tillenay for Noblesville.
Second down and 7 for the Greyhounds.
They've got the ball at Noblesville's 47-yard line. McDonald back, looking, finds time, up the middle he goes, and wide open is number 8, Ethan Merriweather, for a 47-yard touchdown catch. And it almost made you wonder when Merriweather was going to break open.
Yeah.
As he did there 47 yards later.
Craig, the one thing about it, too, is the Millers are giving McDonald a lot of time to throw the football. I mean, we're not getting much of a pass rush at all right now.
So Carmel trying to make it 24-9 with Fortier in the kick. Four minutes exactly left third quarter. Fortier in. Looks like McDonald the holder again. Almost blocked.
Wow.
Saw a Noblesville defender dive across.
Camp, is that who it is?
Might have been Harris Camp. Yep, that is 20 Harris Camp. One of the quickest kids I've seen in a while. But didn't get through quite quick enough to block that PAT, and Carmel takes a 24-9 lead on Noblesville here at Harris Chevrolet Field. Tonight's game is brought to you by Community Health Network, also by Smith's Jewelers, Churchill and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Mark Hairbrandt, Hamilton County Commissioner, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies.
Want to thank Ivy Tech. It prepares Indiana residents to learn, live, and work in a diverse and competitive environment. To answer any questions on enrolling or general information, you can visit their website at ivytech.edu. Or you can give them a call at 317-921-4300. Also, Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775.
Fortier's kick. Dickman almost stepped out, and he did finally get knocked out of bounds.
Millers take over the ball 1st and 10, Craig. 20?
Yeah. Looks like they're going to be at the 20. I guess he did step out right around the 20-yard line. Decent run back by Dickman nonetheless as he fought but couldn't get further than that. 1st and 10 at the 20. Ryan Barnes and company jog back onto the field. I think this might be the time where Noblesville, sense of urgency, and that pass is complete up the middle to Nolan Ginther. That's going to be a 16-yard pickup by Ginther. He's got 2 catches
John
for
Blackburn on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
2 catches, 31 yards for Nolan Ginther so far. The 2-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard pickup for Thurman. Yeah, the Carmel defense has done their job pretty much, except for the one long play in the first half that got called back. Thurman has 3 catches for 22 yards. He had 5 for $138 last week and a touchdown. Barnes hands it off. Chandler Hurst. He'll try and go up the sideline right side, and he'll pick up 2 or 3.
Flag
it's the ball
on
on the
play.
turf, but there is a flag. So we'll see what the official confirmation on the play is. That's a big defensive end for Carmel, number 88, Britt Beery. 6'5". He also plays basketball. Yep. Those will hurt you, especially when, Hurst fought for the yards like he did. This one will march back.
Big penalty. 10 yards.
That marks it back 10 yards. So from the 36 back to the, check that 31, that was a spot foul maybe. So 41 back to the 31. Barnes using that clock, fakes the handoff, and out of the reach of Nolan Ginther.
Ginther was open out there. I don't know.
Looks like there's some miscommunication on the passing tree on which routes Noblesville's receivers are supposed to run. And they're really playing into the hands of Carmel now.
3rd and long here for the Millers.
24-9 is our count. 2:43 left, third quarter. Of a big 3rd down and 15 for Noblesville at their own 31-yard line. Initially. 3 wide to the near, 1 to the far, and
Ooh, they were
Jackson
blitzing.
Thurman catches the ball.
Catch.
40. Up to the 45.
Oh, what a block.
50, 45, and what a play. Holy cow. Jackson Thurman. The kid's got moves, but my goodness. 29 yards on the pickup. That was a huge 3rd and 15. Dare I talk about Mr. Thurman's lack of production tonight. Up the middle. Ooh. There is a flag
in there.
In the middle of the Carmel defense. We'll see what is called here. And it looks like the Noblesville offense is marching backwards.
Wow.
I'd like to thank Will, and he's running our scoreboard down here. Katie and Lucas.
Up on top.
Yeah, I'm running the cameras up top. Good night to be up there. Look like Ryan Barnes with the keeper on that 1st and 15. He gains 2. As we see number 28, Drew Scheib, in the ball game. 2nd and 13. They gained a couple yards back. Kind of trips bunch here to the near side for Noblesville. Barnes, the pistol. Hands it off to Hurst. He finds room, 45. Down to the 40, and that's where he'll be knocked down. Helmet to helmet. And that
Number
seems to be
28.
a common theme. That's 28, Jacob Abrams.
That's a big boy, too, 6'2", 190 pounds.
So give him 3 yards on the carry for Hurst. But watch the yards get marked off because
that's a major penalty,
leading with
right?
your shoulder is one thing.
But with the helmet is
with a helmet right to the helmet of the ball carrier, a huge no-no. And I imagine that was a high point topic with Bobby Cox and Bob Lovell at halftime. Didn't affect Chandler Hurst. He's still out there. That's the 4th penalty by, he got 3 yards to the 40 and then 15 more tacked on with that helmet to helmet. Barnes, back to pass, going end zone. Ow, just out of the reach of Jackson Thurman. You can tell those two have some chemistry right away. Carmel does have some good defensive backs, though.
Yeah, they do.
2nd down and 10 at the 25 of Carmel. There's one more water left in the cooler behind us. Should I feel bad and not take it or take it?
Take it.
Barnes back to pass again, and defender all over him. That's number 14, Mark Allen. And below us, the Noblesville faithful would like a flag call. It looked like he pushed him in the back, but the officials can't call everything. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. A minute 8 left, third quarter here. As quarterback Ryan Barnes might want to think of pulling a rabbit out of his hat to try and cut into this 15-point Carmel lead. Play clock down to 6. 5 seconds. Snaps it. Keeps it himself. Down to the 20. Gets down to the 20, rather.
Justin Fleck on the tackle, number 46 for the Greyhounds.
And looks like Noblesville going to stay out there. It's a 4th down and 6 at the Carmel 20.
Big play right here, Craig.
Play clock down to 15. Barnes in the pistol.
He's coming.
Goes. End zone.
Oh, he's.
Yep, there they flag. And that's once again.
He had him on the he
Jacob
had his hand.
Abrams.
Yeah.
Great matchup with Abrams on Thurman. Uncomfortable because there have been 3 times that I can think of where he's either been draped on Thurman or another defender or just held the jersey. Will give Noblesville an auto. Carmel has 2 of those for themselves. So it'll be 1st and goal for Noblesville at the 10-yard line.
Not score too. So
actually, it looks like more like the close to the 11 between.
It's there.
No gain on the play by Hurst.
Tackle by number 42, which was Joey Smith for the Greyhounds. No gain. That'll be the quarter. We'll be going into quarter number 4. The Greyhounds 24, the Noblesville Millers 9. Want to thank our sponsors here, Church, Hiddle, and Anthem. From personal injury claims to complex business litigations to divorce cases, Church, Hiddle, and Anthem protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Maryville, and Tipton. Give them a call at their Noblesville office, 317-773-5320. Smith's Jewelers. They've been on the square since 1946. They're located on the corner of 9th and Logan Street. They've been serving Hamilton County, Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. Give them a call at 773-3383. Mark Hairbrandt, County Commissioner. Vote for Mark Hairbrandt on November's election.
That'll be here before we know it.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Here we go. Barnes, the keeper, gets down to
maybe the 9, maybe.
The 10.
See where the spot goes.
I'll give him the
right
10,
the
so
10.
what, a 1-yard pickup.
It was a tough yard.
One of the toughest yards he'll see on the night or has seen so far, aside from those 2 sacks that he had back in the first quarter. 3rd and 10. To the corner. And over the head. That's going to be another pass interference. This one intended for Nolan Ginther. And with the position of where Noblesville is, that'll be an automatic 1st down, I believe.
Yes.
I'd like to be in the film room for Carmel because, obviously the biggest thing for a defensive back is don't get beat deep.
Yeah.
I think, Jacob Abrams is thinking don't get beat at all, which he's not helping his own case as he's had at least probably four or five penalties, pass interference, just himself.
That's not an automatic first down.
I guess it's half the distance. So 5 yards on the pickup. It'll be third. Looks like third down and 5. Barnes hands it off. That is number 24, Tyler Gonzalez. He's inside the 5. Looks like he got to the 3. Two yards on the pickup by Gonzalez.
We got to get to the 1 for a first down, and of course we'd love to have a touchdown here.
They started this set of downs at the 11, so they can get to the 1, but it is 4th and 3. Looks like more like 4th down and 2 at the 3. Barnes, pass, incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
So Carmel will take over
on downs. And the Miller defense comes back out on the field. We got 10:29 left here in the fourth quarter. Greyhounds 24, the Millers 9.
So Carmel has a long road on this drive. They'll take over at their own 3 after Noblesville turns the ball over on downs deep in Greyhound territory. It'll be at their own 3-yard line.
Whistle on the play.
Yeah, it looks
here.
like we might have half the distance to the 1.5-yard line.
You know,
can't go too much further back.
No. You know, the one thing about it is, too, don't you get 40 seconds now?
That I'm not sure. Halsell up the middle, might have gotten to the 4.
Yeah, it sets back 40 seconds, but it starts as soon as you the play's over.
Yep.
Second and 8 for the Greyhounds. McDonald quarterback.
Hands it off, a little delay. This time it's Halsell again. Spins himself up to the 8-yard line. 3 yards on that pickup, so it'll be a 3rd down and 5.
Dalton. 3rd and 5. Big down here for both teams.
Huge 3rd down for the Noblesville defense. Big one for Carmel's offense, and like Halsell got stuffed at the 10-yard line. So
a host of them. I guess the only one that wasn't in on that was McGuire Plummer, who was back. Yeah, at safety. Deep for the Millers.
He's back near the 49 of Carmel. And this will be a punt by Mark Allen. Low one.
Snap.
Almost blocked as well. Kind of a sidewinder.
Oh,
geez.
No.
Oh, my. And it looks like Noblesville was able to recover it. And the official on the logo. Looked like might have been 45 Scott Berghoff in there as the ball literally hit Harris Camp right in the numbers. But Noblesville was able to recover. I feel bad. There was a bug on one of my. I hope they don't say something up into the window. It'll be a personal foul after the recovery.
Well, they definitely have good field position here on the 36-yard line. Let's see what they can do with it.
Believe it or not, actually, I don't believe it. Carmel's, that was their first 3 and out.
Wide open. Jackson Thurman on the catch.
Looks like a
Hogenfeld on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
4-yard pickup by Thurman. A tough
McGuire
4.
Plummer's in the ball game here at quarterback for the Millers. Running the ball, not much there. In fact, he's going to lose. A couple yards there.
Plummer runs. Believe it or not, he gained 2 yards on that run. Looked like he didn't gain a single foot
in fact,
there.
I thought he lost a little bit. Pass over. Oh,
incomplete. .707 left on the 4th quarter clock. 24-9, Carmel up on Noblesville. So 4th down and 4 at the Carmel 30.
7:07 left to go.
Got to make something happen if they want to get themselves back into this ball game. Jackson Thurman down to the 25-yard line. That'll be a first down. It'll be a 6-yard
Tackle
pickup.
by Ben Leary, the safety, for a
6-yard pickup. That'll get them to the 24-yard line. Check that will make it 7. Plummer still in there. Back to pass to Hurst. And the backfield down near the 21-yard line. It's like that ball is going to be marked out. And a couple officials meeting here. At the 25-yard line. Look, are we coming back? Those hurt. Yep. So they'll holding Al in the pistol, looking. Finds time and completes it. I think that's Blake Taylor.
Taylor on a nice catch there. A little slant in. Taylor's second catch of the evening. Very close to a first down.
Blake Taylor, 2 catches, 17 yards, down to the Carmel 25. 6:22 left and counting. Hands it off. Hurst.
Nothing.
Nowhere to go. Loses 3. Check that. Loses 2.
Fleck leading the charge there for the Greyhounds. Third and 14 we got. McGuire Plummer still in the game.
Plummer. To his left is Hurst. Twins far side, Thurman the near. Back to pass, finds room. He may want to throw the ball, and he is taken down at the 39-yard line. And that's going to force Chase Evans in to try and pin Carmel deep. So now it's a 4th and 25. Evans at his own 48. Nice punt. Fair caught at the 12-yard line by Jalen Walker. And Noblesville couldn't take advantage of starting field position at Carmel's 36. Got backed up. So now Carmel will take over with 4:42 left. And they will have 1st and 10 at their own 12. 24-9 is our score. Carmel up on Noblesville. McDonald hands it off to Halsell. Tries to hurdle defenders. There's a flag again.
A lot of penalties in this quarter.
That was a nice run. Little 3-yard pickup by Halsell. We'll see if that's going to stay or come back. And that ball is going back. I believe the ball is going to be at the 8-yard line. Holding. Check that, the ball at the 6. McDonald hands it off. Halsell. He might have gotten a yard there. Halsell.
Dalton Davis on the tackle for the Millers there.
Noblesville.
Noblesville. Hey, Craig, let's talk about our sponsors again. Logan Street Signs and Banners. Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 773-7200 or go on the website at loganstreetsigns.com. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for that last-minute decision. Give them a call at 773-7391. Indiana Restoration, water damage.
It's for the timeout.
Contents cleaning, fire damage, smoke or odor removal, carpet or upholstery cleaning. Give them a call at 776-9942 or check them out at indianarestoration.com.
Carmel back at it out of the timeout. The handoff again. Halsell. He gets up. They're going to have another penalty. He gets up to the 11-yard line. And this may be a hold.
Emmert on the tackle for the Millers.
You know, you and I, whether it's basketball or it's football, like to check out John Harrell's website and see what all he's got, you know, for fans to look at, you know, stat-wise and whatnot.
Absolutely.
And prior to the game being scheduled for last night, obviously, The score was projected to be a 31-14 Carmel win. I'd like to see how he does his math.
Yeah.
I heard it's some sort of algorithm or, something scientific. But he's usually not too far off on these.
Yeah, he's pretty close on all these.
I mean, he's 7 off on Carmel's score and 5 off on Noblesville's.
But what you're saying, he's in the ballpark, right?
Yeah, John Harrell's usually in the ballpark.
Of course, he's been at it a long time.
Yep, I believe he's had that website itself since 1994. At least the stats that he's got football and basketball-wise go back to 94. Unless people, schools didn't keep that good of stats before 94, which may be the case. Third and 10. We got to watch the chains, not the scoreboard. They've got the scoreboard updated. 3rd and 10. Back at the 11. Halsell runs again. Greyhounds are just trying to milk this clock out. And they're going to bring on the punt team as we're under 4 minutes.
2 a day on the tackle for the Millers. So the Greyhounds are going to have to punt here. Bradley, right?
Zach Bradley, yep. Kid who wishes he could have held on to the ball. This could have that 31 on the scoreboard. That was before halftime, before they tacked on a field goal to make it a touchdown lead. Almost blocked, and this one's a sidewinder. And bounces at the 48 and out of bounds at about the 46 of Carmel. So Noblesville has the ball, looks like at the Carmel 47. So pretty good field position for Noblesville to see if they can tack on another score.
3:19 left to go here in the game. Back in the game for the Millers at quarterback is Ryan Barnes.
Makes you wonder if the Noblesville staff just wanted to mix it up a little bit and see if
he could get,
or if Barnes just needed a breather.
Yeah, because he's ran the ball, tonight? Pretty close to 20 times.
Close to it. Chandler Hurst will get the carry this time.
Need a block.
Across the 45, 40, out of bounds. And looks like that will, 21 carries for Barnes. Going to be a second and about a yard, so a nice 9-yard pickup for Hurst.
Good block over there by Blake Taylor for Hurst. Kind of got him to turn
back,
the corner.
Throws it. Thurman across the middle, gets down close to the 25. He'll be marked down at the 26. Give Jackson Thurman 11 on that catch.
Hurst with the ball, trying to get around that corner.
And looks like a no gain there for Hurst.
Jacob Abrams on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
7 catches, 71 yards now for Jackson Thurman. 2:35 and counting. No gain there by Hurst. Barnes back to pass. He's going to get rushed, and the ball up the middle. Ben Groover, it looks like.
Groover on the catch there.
Gets from the 26 down to the 13, so a nice 13-yard pickup.
Fleck on the tackle for the Greyhounds.
And quick back to it. Barnes will keep it himself. Ball's on the turf,
up.
And it looks like Carmel has it. Nope. The referee. Now he switches it. First he says going south, now north. Carmel recovers.
think somebody got their arm right in there on.
Yep, punched it right out.
Punched it right out. .214 left to go.
And that will probably kind of be the nail in the coffin, if you will.
Yeah,
2:14.
We're going to see a big dose of running.
Yep, you're going to see Halsell, or you may see Kamari Hunt. Probably Halsell. He gets the handoff and brought down
there
at about the 11-yard line as this drive started.
Ben Groover on the tackle.
This drive started at the 16 and back to the 11, so looks like a loss of 5 for Halsell. As big pursuit by Ben Groover. This will be a second, looks like about a 14 or 15.
Second and 15 here. 1:28, clock's running. I'm sure the Greyhounds are going to keep it on the ground. Allstat with the ball. Bullard with the tackle. Craig, that Miller defense looks pretty gassed out there.
Yeah, I would say this should be gas because
they played a lot of plays in this game.
Next week, our game of the week here on Hometown Television and Hamilton County TV.
Noblesville Fisher.
Big one. Zionsville at Westfield.
Oh, all right.
Looks like I believe it's going to be Jack Russell and Brad Silbert on the call.
Yep.
And Noblesville will head to. Also with a big night on the ground.
Brett Bell on the tackle there for the Millers.
Touchdown saving tackle, if you will. And we will be back here at Noblesville week 4, as it'll be Westfield visiting Noblesville. And Carmel going to get in victory formation here as after their 8th rushing first down. That will do it. And that's our final score. Carmel 24, Noblesville 9. Should we take? As Noblesville drops to 0-2 on the year. Carmel gets their first win of the season. As next week, as we try and dig it up,
we're at Fisher's next week.
Nope. Noblesville will be at Fisher's next week, but Zionsville at Westfield.
Noblesville at Fisher's next.
And let me dig it out of my folder here and let's see. Week 3, the Carmel Greyhounds. Losing it, Perry.
I got it right here. Center Grove.
The biggest game of their season so far, as they will face Center Grove. I believe that's at Carmel this year, if I'm not mistaken. Hard-fought battle by both teams. Many opportunities for, obviously, Carmel took advantage early on a 36-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Walker. Jack Knight cut it to 4 with a field goal from 23 yards out. Then Fortier, another field goal to give Carmel a 10-3 lead at half. Jalen Walker, another touchdown catch to make it 17-3. Ryan Barnes, his first touchdown as a Noblesville Miller from 1 yard out. Kick was no good. Knight's kick hit the right upright to make it 17-9. And then Ethan Merriweather with a 47-yard touchdown catch, which was the score to seal the deal. 24-9, Carmel winners over Noblesville tonight. And we saw a lot of great things from both teams. And it's just one huge thing, penalties, Perry.
Absolutely, both sides, really.
Yep, Carmel got 2 first downs in the first quarter by penalty. Noblesville, the final 3 quarters, 6 by penalty. And Noblesville 20 first downs overall. 14 unofficially first downs for Carmel. But it's back to the drawing board. Carmel faces Center Grove next week. Noblesville heads to Fishers. So both these squads have a lot of work to do. Despite Carmel winning tonight, they figured out some things that they can't do. And they will figure out what they'll need to do against a highly touted Center Grove team and Titus McCoy.
Absolutely.
I'd like to thank everyone who made this broadcast possible here live tonight. Will on the scoreboard. Kate and Lucas upstairs. Jim Wofford running the show. Perry Williams and myself, Craig Atkins. We'd also like to thank our sponsors one final time. Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Church Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Mark Hairbrandt, Hamilton County Commissioner, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and we'd like to invite you all to join us Monday evening at 7 o'clock as we host the Hamilton County Football Coaches Show right here on Hometown Television and Hamilton County TV.
And we'll also be doing the broadcast of the cross-country sectional on Tuesday.
So that'll be live Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday, we've got a packed week. And then it's Zionsville at Westfield next Friday as Brad Silbert and Jack Russell will be on the call. Once again, our final score here from Noblesville's Hare Chevrolet Field. Carmel 24, Noblesville 9 for our great broadcast team tonight. It's been a great evening, a beautiful on this postponed game. Final score, Carmel 24, Noblesville 9. We'll see you Monday night for the Hamilton County Football Coaches Show right here on Hometown Television.